Good evening, guys, and happy Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. Keep thinking it's Friday, but because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to the grocery stores tomorrow. Yes, I don't have a haul for you guys today because we're going to go to Meijer. Me and my mom are going to Meijer tomorrow, which is weird because like we should have either went maybe on Monday, or else like it probably would have really been the only day we could have gone, only because of Jack's graduation. So like on Wednesday night we weren't even home yesterday, and that's why if we were planning on it we should have went earlier. But my dad is, I think, going to go to Tony's and Caputo's tomorrow after work, and he also needs to stop at Menards and get more project stuff. He needs to bring some more stuff home. So him and Jack actually went and picked up the like pieces of wood that we're going to put down on the, like, for the subfloor, sort of like the plywood floor upstairs. And so we have it upstairs and we're not replacing what we already have. What we're going to do is just put down, because I think that the flooring upstairs is maybe about a 3/4 inch or possibly 1/2 inch. So what we ended up doing was just buying new bigger pieces of 1/2 inch, because it looks like the people that were like lived here before us, or whoever ended up redid the floors upstairs, they ended up getting smaller pieces, and so there's a lot of imperfections and like along like the seams where it meets up, and also too like the I don't know, just like, again, some of those parts in the wood, it's like a little like bouncy sort of, and like a handful of it too wasn't even actually screwed down, we realized, as well. So but what we're gonna do is, like I said, just add that extra 1/2 inch of the larger pieces to hopefully, like, because the floor's secured, the problem is, like I said, it seems like it's a lot of points during those seams that the floor gets a little like bouncy. So if we end up doing the 1/2 inch wood, which are, like I said, larger pieces, which is what they should have probably done upstairs, in order to like prevent that from happening along a lot of those, like I said, those seam lines, it seems like that, like I said, we probably wouldn't have a problem. But because they were smaller sheets, like I think what my dad got was 8 foot by 4 foot maybe, or 8 by 5, something like that. But I know they're 8 by something. The ones that are upstairs look like they're maybe 6 by something, or 4 by something even, possibly. I actually think they're probably 4 by something because they're shorter than me. So like if I laid across the floor, I would end up being on like 2 different sheets of like the plywood, versus, like I said, the ones that my dad just bought are bigger pieces. So like I said, we're not going to replace them because it would have cost a lot more money to have also gotten like thicker, like a 3/4 inch, or even like a full inch. So what we're just going to do is, like I said, just do 1/2 inch over the top, and like I said, it should most likely prevent any of that kind of bouncing, because that additional 1/2 inch will be over the top, and so the weight will be distributed more evenly as well. So where like the seams are, most likely it will be, we're going to try and do it so that the 1/2 inch, the new stuff that we're putting on top, will actually cover over those seams so that the weight will be more distributed, so you're not going to have that bouncing anymore. So like I said, that's the plan, and that's what we're planning on doing. And also too, it won't ruin any of the like the parts around where we have the wall built either, for doing like the drywall and that kind of stuff, because it's you know, much thinner. But like I said, I think the subfloor that's up there is only maybe 3/4 inch. I don't think that's a full inch, because I was measuring it and I was like, this doesn't look like it's actually a full inch. So, you know, and if they would have done that, it probably also would have prevented that, and if they'd done bigger like sheets as well. So, like I said, that's just one of the little things that we've kind of run into that we are going to wind up fixing. And again too, it costs still a little bit of money, but it is still cheaper than ripping out the entire subfloor and putting all new subfloor down. So again, it's a little bit of a cheaper fix, but will, you know, work, because none of the floor needs to be replaced. It's just like I was saying, there's some of those little like bouncy sort of areas during you know, near where those seams are, that again probably need to be replaced. Because what my dad was thinking of is possibly tearing the floor out, like not tearing the floor out, but like taking a whole piece out and then actually running like not a sister joist, but more of like a beam kind of running the other way underneath it to help support that weight so we're not getting that bouncing. Because like, it's, again, nothing's wrong with the floor, it's just where those are, because there's no support there, you can feel it a little bit on the floor. So that's what my dad was going to do, but I was like, what if you can't get the nails, like, or the screws sunk back in properly, or you can't get it out? What if you end up, again, stripping like screws? You have to then probably tear the entire sheet out, and then we'll probably wind up running into more problems and we'd actually have to replace it. So I think that this is just a little bit of a simpler, kind of foolproof solution to that, where we most likely will not run into any, like, if we were to again do it the other way, we could wind up running into other additional problems in the long run, of just not, you know, like, of that. And like, because again too, they probably shouldn't have done small pieces like they had. They probably should have been bigger pieces, and so it just makes more sense to actually get bigger pieces but a little bit thinner and then just run it over the top. And again, we should have absolutely no problem, and it should help fix the problem, because again too, it's not that there's really a problem now, it's just that it's a little bit, you know, a little annoying, and you know, it would be better if it was just, you know, a little bit more secure. And that's a little bit of the cheaper, easier, simpler, like I said, kind of foolproof plan that we're planning on, like I said, going with. So him and Jack ended up bringing that back, but he needs to, like, we need to get insulation, we need to get like 1x1, I think 1x1s that we're gonna need to do around the bottom, because I have no clue how they secured the drywall before, because the floor is actually above one of the points in the like wall where the drywall would have to be secured. It almost looks like they did the drywall then, because some of the screws were underneath the floor. Like, I don't know how to make that make sense, but the way to hang drywall is that you have to have a point to like mount it to, and so at the bottom there's like, you know, kind of like wood that goes along the bottom, but that wood like on the wall part is actually below, like the piece that kind of holds the stud up, it's below the subfloor. So the only way they could have done that is if they put the drywall in like before they did the flooring, or I don't know. So it's a little confusing, but we realized to make it easier for our drywaller when he comes to do it, and probably also to the proper way that it should be done, is that we're going to wind up doing that to do an additional, like almost like a additional little strip of wood at the bottoms to be able to mount the drywall onto properly, because like I said, I have no clue how they ended up getting that drywall on, because like you couldn't have fit a screwdriver or like anything like in the way that it was, because it would have been below the subfloor. So I don't know, but they did it. We just, you know, when we took it out, we were like, how are they going to be able to get this, you know, the wood, you know, like the drywall to attach the wood at the bottom? So that's when we decided we're going to do that. So we need to still pick that up. We need to still get a couple more 2x4s to finish the one wall that we're framing. Like I said, there's still a lot of stuff that really needs to be bought, and it's taking trips and trips to get it done now. So the one thing though is that that's coming up this weekend, is that our town is having their annual like flower festival kind of sale. Normally they end up they have like a big garden, like garden club kind of sale. And that's where my mom got a handful of our plants last year. So one of the big things that we want to do is finish, I think we have one garden bed left to finish. We need a little bit more dirt for, I think. I kind of thought we were done, but maybe we need some more. So the plan is to get, when we go, most likely, I think we're going to go on Saturday when we go there, and then end up bringing the plants back. We can just plant them straight away, and we don't have to have them sit and then wait for the dirt and then, you know, all this kind of stuff. It's like the garden's ready to go. We're most likely, like I said, going to get the plants this weekend and then plant them in the garden bed this weekend. But again too, there's still a ton of other stuff to do, but getting the dirt and finishing what we need to is one of the big things in order to, you know, just kind of, like my dad was saying, just like do things quickly instead of being like, oh, we still have to go and get the dirt. Oh, the plants are sitting in the driveway, and oh, we're doing, you know, like it just taking a long time to finally get that moving. So we're gonna try and get that done before we go so that when we come back that same day we could get them planted. So like I said, that's kind of the plan. But I got to a lot of stuff today too. We didn't do any project stuff other than, again, getting the subfloor, but I ended up getting, I got to editing and uploading today. I ended up doing some laundry as well, and so I finished my grocery list too. So again, me and my mom are going to Meijer tomorrow, and then like I said, my dad is going to go to Tony's and Caputo's and probably Menards tomorrow. So like I said, me and my mom are going to Meijer, and I think we have 1 or 2 other errands we have to run as well, but I should have a haul for you guys of maybe a handful of stores in tomorrow's vlog. But anyways, I'm going to take a shower and get to bed. If you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see y'all very soon, shiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.